Now, for decades, Shonen was defined by the hero. A boy with a dream, a heart of gold, and a power that grew with his friends, family, and the ones around him. But look around. 2026, the landscape has truly changed. Gone are the pure good heroes, and now the morally gray ones. Think of it like Deadpool and Wolverine. Yes, they are heroes, but they do some nasty stuff at times. Welcome to the era of the Dark Trio. We have JUJUTSU KAISEN, we have of course Chainsaw Man, and Hell's Paradise. Three stories that just, well, they're not the typical sense. We do not follow a morally good hero. We follow complex and hardened warriors, if you think about it. These series aren't just regular series. They redefine the entire genre's DNA. As we stand in April of 26, with Chainsaw Man at its peak, because part 2 just finished up recently. The Rise movie is still being an absolute big movie, and with season 2 on the way, hopefully. Like, why the hell would it take over basically 3 years at this point? We have JJK concluding its 3rd season, and with the 4th season, hopefully, coming up soon. Please? Anyone? Please? And Hell's Paradise being an absolute behemoth. How did these stories of dread and nihilism become the new standard? I'm your host, Anime 101. Like, share, subscribe, all the good YouTube stuff. And today, we're breaking down the Dark Trio. Hell's Paradise, JUJUTSU KAISEN, and Chainsaw Man. In Chainsaw Man, Denji doesn't want to save the world. He wants a sandwich and a hug and maybe a feel. He's driven by biological needs, not the moral ones. This de-escalation of stakes makes him the most relatable protagonist of this decade. Because, well, some of us, or most of us, or let's be honest here, all of us, want at least one thing Denji is wanting. In the old Big Three, death was rare or reversible. Think of the many times Goku has basically revived from the dead. Anytime Ichigo was dead, and boom, he's back to life. Or in One Piece, where they're afraid to kill off characters, or Naruto, where, we're just gonna put, safety nets up, and if some breaks through. Death was a revolving door. Gege, on the other hand, is like, we're killing off fan favorites every episode, I don't care. It created a sense of genuine anxiety that hadn't been felt since AOT. But when we look at Hell's Paradise, our hero, Gabimaru, is a mass murderer. The series doesn't ask if he can be good, it asks if he can be human. And that's one of the most important things about it. Now, we can't talk about the Dark Trio without talking about their producers, Studio Mappa. In 2026, Mappa has become the face of modern shonen and anime in general. They moved away from the static anime shots to dynamic, movie-like framing. This produces a high-quality product that we all know and love. They've truly refined the horror aesthetic that makes us be like, ooh, yeah, you don't mess with these people, they're going to kill you. They lean into the grotesque, whether it's crazy moves in Hell's Paradise or a visual meal of Chainsaw Man. Mappa understands that dark isn't just a story beat, it's a visual texture. The Rise movie in 25 proved this trio can dominate the box office just as well as the small screen, pulling over 10 billion yen in Japan, and also around the world they flourished. But why does this dark tone resonate so much in the mid-2020s? The Dark Trio reflects a more cynical world. JJK is built on the idea that negative emotions literally create monsters. Chainsaw Man explores the exploration of the youth by systems of power. And of course, everything in Hell's Paradise is just dark and depressing. And look at the beautiful relationships in these. Look at Gabimaru and his loyalty to his wife in Hell's Paradise. 2026, we move past forced romances. Yes, this romance is in the background, but it's present throughout the entire series. But another one is looking at Gabimaru and Shigure. Their bond is built on mutual survival. These shows treat their characters like adults facing an uncaring universe. In a world of global uncertainty here, that feels more honest than a speech about the power of friendship. But just as Jujutsu Kaisen ends its sequel Modoro, and Chainsaw Man enters a new, waiting period for Season 2, the trio's influence is everywhere. They open the door for a gourmet horror anime and a mature action series to be mainstream. The proof that you don't need a 500 episode run to be legendary, just needed to be unforgettable. Even with the rise of the Isekai wave in April 26, the Dark Trio's impact on Battle Shonen is permanent. They raised the bar for animation, stakes, and psychological depth. So we come to the end. These three magnificent series have shown us one of the greatest and interesting themes and, genres of anime. Dark Shonen. They ain't finding the One Piece, they don't want to become Hokage, and they don't want the power of friendship like Bleach. They do their own thing, they're masters at their craft, and they make it work. We have Chainsaw Man raising is this too mature for Shonen? We have Jujutsu Kaisen showing that your favorite character is going to die and we don't care. And Hell's Paradise showed us something different. Something unique. Something that has never been done before. So, these three series, they may not be your favorite, but they're definitely in your top 10. Let me know in the comment section down below about your favorite of these three and what these three mean to you. Anyway, that's it from me, your host, Amo. Like, share, subscribe, you like the YouTube stuff. Signing out. See you guys next time. Have a fantastic day.